Hi there, welcome to Math 171 Online. I'm your instructor, Miss Wood. So in this video, I'm going to talk you through some aspects of your Math 171 online class. This video, however, does not take the place of your reading the syllabus, so still be sure that you pull up the syllabus either before or after this video and make sure that you're familiar with everything that is covered in that syllabus. And then reach out if you have any questions, okay? All right, so we'll go ahead and jump right into it. So once you log into the class, you land here on what's referred to as the home page. And you'll notice here at the top, I have highlighted the enrollment verification. The enrollment verification is required in order to remain enrolled in the class. And so it has an absolute deadline, but if you wait until that absolute deadline, you're going to miss out on the first couple of assignments because you won't be able to access those components in the course until you complete the enrollment verification. So that's why I dangle a little bit of extra credit that if you'll get it taken care of here in the first couple of days, that then you not only have the course then open and available to you to be able to work through everything that you need to, but you also get that enrollment verification taken care of quickly as well. And you're getting the extra credit, okay? Down below that, past this video, you will see some more information about course modules, and I'll click on that and work through that here in just a few minutes. But probably one of the biggest tips down here at the bottom is that Pearson MyLab Math, which is the platform that you're going to be utilizing to complete your weekly homework assignments, and it's also the platform that where you'll be taking your online tests, works best with Google Chrome. So if you don't have Google Chrome web browser downloaded on your computer, I recommend that you do that. Right here at the beginning of the semester, go ahead and get that knocked out. Pearson MyLab Math definitely does not work well with Safari, so be sure that you do that. And then you have a button down here below where you can click on enrollment verification, and that's the one that, like I said, I want you to get it done here in the first couple of days to take advantage of the extra credit, and then it automatically opens up the rest of the class for you. So do that. Essentially, it's just making sure that you are aware of the policies at Cape Fear Community College. Down below that is some instructor information. I'm going to click on that welcome there. And from there, you will have my contact information, my office location. I'm on the downtown campus. We have virtual student hours. I'll talk more about those in a few minutes. I also have in-person student hours in my office. And those time and days are listed there for you. If those aren't convenient to you and you'd still like to come in and see me in person, even though you're in online class, you're certainly welcome to come in. Reach out to me and I'll see what kind of accommodations can be made. I also provide for you my phone number as well as email address. I will say that the email, contacting me via email is very productive in terms of getting a quicker response. So just because I check it even when I'm off campus. The phone obviously is my campus phone, and so if you send me leave me a voicemail, then I won't be able to get it until the next day if I've already left campus for the day. So that's why I say email is probably the best way to get contact with me. All right, and then I'll let you read the rest of that at your leisure. I'll go back to the home page. You've got a couple ways that you can access your course modules or your syllabus. So down here at the bottom of that page, you've got some buttons, as well as student support and help. But the course modules and syllabus can also be navigated over here on the left-hand side. There's both modules and syllabus. I'll take a moment now, and I'm going to click on syllabus. Again, you can do it down here at this button or just over here on the left-hand side. I'm not going to pull up the syllabus. I want you to do that and read through it and make sure that you understand all of the components there. But I will pull up the schedule. That's important to talk through. The schedule is set up by weeks. And so on the first column will give you the week that you're looking at. The middle column will tell you this textbook material to cover. I have it here as textbook material, but whenever you go back into Canvas here in a few minutes, you'll notice that for each particular section here that's noted as a textbook cover, you're going to find a blank set of notes, a worked out solution key of that set of notes, and a video of myself teaching that set of notes. So ideally, if you have a printer, I would recommend print off the blank set of notes, sit down at your computer with the video, start pulling up the video, or pause the video as you need to catch up and that sort of thing. There will be certain points where the video, maybe like I do example 1 and then I say, okay, now you try example 2 on your own. You would pause the video, try example 2, and then that's where the worked out solution key comes into play. You pull up the solution key and make sure that you got that answer correct. If you didn't, you'd star it. Email me, come see me, reach out to me, visit the Math Lab. I'll talk more about that in a few moments as well. So before. So you would do you would work through those particular sections this week. And then you'll notice in the far right column, these are the items that are due that week. So you'll have discussion boards. Discussion boards are completed in Canvas. Those are always due Wednesdays of each week, except for the weeks that we have tests. So the weeks that we have tests, you won't have a discussion board due. But and then each week you'll also have MyLab Math homework. Those are completed in Pearson MyLab Math. We'll get there in just a few minutes. Those are always due by 11:59 p.m. on their particular due dates. So again, each week you've got your items that are due, and they're over here on in the far right column. Let's come on down here to the weeks that are highlighted in yellow. Those are testing weeks. And so for your testing weeks, I always give you a 4-day testing window. They will always be Saturday to Tuesday, so that gives you 2 weekend and 2 weekdays to choose from. You choose one of those days to sit down and take your test. For each test, you're given, excuse me, 1 attempt and 1 hour to take that test. When you sit down to take your test, you want to be sure that you have a pencil and paper and your calculator, because once you finish your test, within 10 minutes of finishing your test, you need to take pictures of your work and submit those pictures of your work to me online in Canvas. And I will show you where to do that here in just a few minutes in Canvas. The work that you submit should follow the methods that are taught in the online videos located in Canvas. So my instructional videos, they should not utilize outside resources. So be sure that you are utilizing the methods that are taught here in the online videos. If you utilize outside resources and they're not the methods from the videos, you will lose points. Points will be deducted from your test. Okay. So then the other component of your grade are objective checks. The objective checks, you'll have one to three each particular unit. Objective checks, you can complete those at any time. They'll tell you the sections that they cover. Those are completed in Canvas. They, you can, like I said, you can complete them at any time. I put a final due date for all of them as always the last day of your testing window for that particular unit. Okay, so again, they just have to be completed up until their last due date. Okay, for those you get 1 hour and 1 attempt. They should not take you. They're very small. Okay, and then every unit works the exact same way as far as discussion boards, MyLab Math homework, test, and your objective checks. Okay. All right, so I'm going to close that up, go back to our modules, and again, if you've gotten this far in the course and you still haven't completed the enrollment verification, these other pieces down here are going to be grayed out, and you're not going to be able to access what I'm about to access now. Okay, so be sure you take advantage. Go ahead and get that enrollment verification taken care of. Your next priority should be to set up your Pearson MyLab Math homework, your Pearson MyLab Math account, which is where you complete your homework and your test. I have directions here. I feel like it's pretty intuitive. If you're accessing Pearson MyLab Math and it's asking you for a code, you're in the wrong spot. Okay, where you should be accessing Pearson MyLab Math is through this link right here. You're going to be inside your Pearson course. You're going to click on Pearson course materials. The first time that you do it, it's going to walk you through the steps of setting up your account. But after you do that, then yours is going to look like mine. Okay, so Pearson also this semester is offering student help for setting up your account. So I'll have included that document here as well, that you can see when they're available to do that. So I'm gonna have to leave student view here just for a second. Click on Pearson course materials. Like I said, the first time you've got to set up your account, but after that yours will look like this. You'll continue in a new window. It should be very intuitive. Click on the yellow button to open MyLab and Mastering. It'll land you here in the class. This will look a little bit different for you. You would want to click over here on assignments on the left-hand side. If I do that, the assignments technically aren't open yet because I'm making this video before the class is open. So I'm just going to click on assignments down here. And this is where you'll access your homeworks, and it'll obviously give you when they're due, and those due dates should correspond with the due dates that you saw on your schedule. And then this is also where your test will be located, and your test will have that 4-day testing window. All right, you'll click on the homework assignment itself, work through it. As you get a problem right, or you'll get a green check mark. As you get a problem wrong, it will give you a red X. If you get the platform will allow you several attempts, and then after that attempt, it'll come up with a new button that'll say similar exercise. So if you've still gotten it wrong, and that similar exercise is there, click on similar exercise. Once you get that similar exercise correct, it'll change that red X mark into a green check mark, and then you get credit for that problem. So with that said, there really is no reason why you can't get all 100s on your homework. Okay. Once you take your test, as I mentioned before, within 10 minutes of submitting your test, you will be submitting your work for the test online in Canvas. Okay. And the only other thing that I want to point out here in MyLab Math is that, like I said, you have access to your ebook. The sections that I noted on your schedule are right in line with your book, of course. And so you can navigate through the sections if you would like additional, if you'd like to see like any particular pages in the textbook. A physical textbook is not required though, okay, since you have access to the ebook. All right, I'm gonna get us back to our course. Come back to modules. All right, so that takes care of our Pearson. I'll come back to our discussion boards. Let's come down here to Unit 1 coursework. So as you saw on the schedule, there are objective checks. I made it a practice objective check. This practice one can be completed multiple times. I'm going to go ahead and click on it. I created, oh, I shouldn't get myself, let me get myself back in student view, sorry. All right, so now I'm back in student view so that it looks like how you would look. I created the practice objective check so that you can try it multiple times to get familiar with it before you do a graded objective check. But this is what they will look like. I copied and pasted the directions as well. So I'm telling you, okay, these are the objectives that you should know for this particular objective check. You're answering the questions. You've got to show your work. Responses like I did it all in my head or all in my calculator are not accepted. You're going to need your calculator, pencil, paper, because you'll want to show your work. And then for these, you always get 1 attempt in 1 hour. Again, since this one's a practice, I'm giving you multiple attempts on this one, okay? But the others will just be 1 attempt. So that's the only thing that'll look a little different. And yours will say begin. And then from there, you have the first and last question will always be the same. The first question will always say, I realize that I have to submit my work for the problems to this assignment numbered and in order to receive credit, because if you do not submit your work, no credit, okay? Then you'll have a couple of questions in the middle. I have here a multiple choice and a fill in the blank just to give you a couple of different options of what they'll look like. So I recognize that the 2 problems that I chose here, I chose them out of ease, but typically there will be work that would need to be shown, but I recognize for these particular problems here that you can just eyeball it and know what the slope and the y-intercept are. But practice with whatever, just write down, if nothing else, then write down those 2 answers, take pictures of it, and then so that then when you get down here to the bottom, the last question, like I said, will always be the same. You have to show your work. You'll browse your computer, wherever you have that picture, you'll upload it, and then you'll hit submit, okay? Confetti will pop up, and then you'll know that I have it. It should also give you feedback right away, just tell you what you've got there, okay? I also say here that if you have any trouble, you should submit your work to me via email within 10 minutes of closing this assignment, and I'll still accept it. And also your work should reflect the methods, just like for your test, your work has to reflect the methods that are taught in the online Canvas notes and videos, not outside resources, okay? All right, so those are your objective checks. Let me get back to our modules. Again, like so, you've got that practice one. The unit, each like I said, each unit will have 1 to 3 objective checks. They will note the sections behind them that it covers, so you can complete it. Once you've completed those sections, then you'll know that you've completed all the material for that objective check. You can click on it, and then you're ready to take that one. But again, they are not due until the final day of the testing window for that particular unit. Like I mentioned before, you're uploading your test work. After you complete your test in MyLab Math, you'll be uploading your work here in Canvas. I have a video that talks you through the steps on how to do that. And then I have just underneath that a practice uploading test work. This one you can upload as many times as you like just to get that process down. So you might want to, after you do your first homework assignment, take pictures of the work that you did for that homework assignment, and then practice uploading it here in Canvas using this uploading test work. Okay, whenever we get closer to test 1, there'll be a new assignment that'll come up here, and it'll say upload test, unit 1 test work. And so that's where you'll upload your unit 1 test work, like I said, within 10 minutes of closing your MyLab Math test. Okay, I mentioned to you when we were going over the schedule that for each set of notes there is a blank set of notes, a workout solution key for that set of notes, and a video of myself teaching that set of notes. So this is the blank set of notes, that very first set of notes. This is the worked out solution key for that set of notes. And then, like I said, you saw the video. But like I said before, my recommendation would be, if you've got a printer, print this off and then pull up the video, work through the video as I think, like in the video, like I maybe did the first row and then I say, now you try the second row on your own, pause the video, then check yourself by the solution key, you got it, then resume the video and go to the back page, for example. Okay, do that for every single section and you will be good to go, and you won't have any trouble making sure that you're doing the problems in the manner that are discussed here in the Canvas notes and videos. And if you ever have questions, definitely please feel free to reach out. I'm going to go back to my modules. Let's see if there's anything else. It's being a little slow. Down below, I have Unit 1 review quizzes. These review quizzes are great ways to, a couple ways you can use them to prepare for your MyLab Math test. I also have reviews in MyLab Math for you. They're optional. These reviews here are also optional, but they're great in terms of preparing for those objective checks as well as your your unit tests as well. Okay, each unit is going to run the exact same way. Okay, but you only have Unit 1 available at the moment, but it's each as we move through the class, then I'll open up each unit as we get there. I don't want to overwhelm you here at the beginning. Okay. Let's go back to your last graded piece, which are your excuse me, your weekly discussion boards. So like I said, those are due on Wednesdays of each week. You will click on it. It will ask you to, in this one, it's asking you to read the syllabus. And in your post, it tells you exactly what to include. You'll hit reply and answer the prompt, and then hit submit whenever you're ready. Okay. I'm not asking you to respond to other folks. I'm just asking you to respond to this prompt. Okay. And again, those are weekly. All right. From there, I am going to come back to draw your attention to some resources. So like I said, you're in an online class, so you have a virtual student hour, you have my in-person student hours that I pointed out to you. You also have tutor.com, which is a 24/7 online tutoring service that you have available to you by registering for the course, so you can take advantage of that. We also have a math lab on the downtown campus as well as the north campus. In the first week, I will send out an announcement detailing their hours, and I will have availability in the math lab. So be sure that you take a look at that. The math lab is completely drop-in. You don't have to have an appointment. And like I said, it's on the north campus as well as the downtown campus. And again, I'll send out an announcement with that, with their hours. The location is noted in your syllabus. Okay. I will be sending out weekly announcements. Most likely I'm going to be sending those out on Thursdays to kind of tell you, okay, this is what is due in the coming week. I might switch it up. I don't know. I'll figure out. But you'll get a weekly announcement from me that will not only talk to you about due dates, but it'll also talk to you about how to approach the material for the week and some things to look out for. Okay. Um, that virtual student hour is going to be offered through Microsoft Teams meetings. The first couple weeks, I'm going to send you the link for it. And if I don't get a lot of responses, then I'm most likely I will communicate this through via email, via an announcement that I will just say that if you if I don't have folks showing up for the weekly virtual hour, then I'm just going to say, okay, you reach out to me when you need me during that virtual student hour, and I will send you a link individually. But the first couple of weeks, I'll send you the link so that you can hop on anytime during that hour to reach me. Let's see, I think that's it. The one last thing, the grades that you should go by is the grade that you see here in Canvas. So I will not I transfer the grades over from Pearson MyLab Math, and I review your test after you take your test. So um, sometimes they go up because maybe you just entered something incorrectly in MyLab Math, but your work was right. Um, or there was a syntax error, or sometimes they go down because it was clear that you were using outside resources and or not utilizing the methods from the class, and so you lose points that way. So the grade that you see, the grade that you should go by is the grade that you see in Canvas. Okay, please reach out if you have any questions, and I look forward to working with you this semester, and let's have a good semester. All right, thanks a lot. Bye.